The rich people mindset. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are not just talking about money, we are talking about the invisible psychology that creates wealth, power, influence, freedom, and extraordinary lives. We are talking about the mindset of rich people, the deep mental patterns that separate those who remain trapped in survival from those who rise above limitations and create abundance. Most people think rich people are simply lucky. Some believe they were born into wealth, had powerful connections, or found success through chance. But if you study successful people carefully, whether they are entrepreneurs, investors, leaders, creators, or innovators, you begin to notice something shocking. Before their bank account changed, their thinking changed. Because wealth is first created in the mind before it appears in reality. A poor mindset focuses on limitations, a rich mindset focuses on possibilities. A poor mindset sees obstacles everywhere, a rich mindset sees opportunities hidden inside obstacles. And this is why two people can live in the exact same city, face the same economy, have similar backgrounds, and still end up living completely different lives. The human mind is like soil. Whatever thoughts you continuously plant inside, it will eventually grow into your reality. If you constantly plant fear, excuses, laziness, negativity, jealousy, and self doubt, your life slowly becomes a reflection of those thoughts. But if you plant discipline, vision, patience, courage, knowledge, and belief, your future begins transforming in ways most people cannot imagine. So, today we are going deep into the powerful mindset shifts that rich people develop, not only to build wealth but to build strong, disciplined, meaningful lives. And if you truly absorb those principles, they can completely change the direction of your future. Number one, rich people understand that money is a tool, not an identity. One of the biggest differences between poor thinking and rich thinking is the emotional relationship with money. Many people either worship money or fear it. Some people believe money is evil, others believe money alone creates happiness. Both mindsets are dangerous because they give money too much emotional power. Rich minded people see money differently. They understand that money is simply a tool. A tool can create comfort, opportunities, security, education, healthcare, freedom, experiences, and growth. But money itself is not identity, self worth, or inner peace. This is why truly successful people focus more on creating value than chasing money desperately. Because they understand a powerful truth, money flows toward value. If you can solve problems, improve lives, create useful skills, build systems, inspire people, or offer something meaningful to society, money naturally begins moving toward you. Poor minded people often ask, how can I make money quickly? Rich minded people ask, how can I become valuable enough that money follows me naturally? That single mindset shift changes everything because when your focus becomes growth instead of greed, your thinking becomes smarter, calmer, and more strategic. Number two, rich people think in decades, not days. Average minds are obsessed with immediate pleasure, fast entertainment, quick success, instant results, temporary excitement. But rich minded people understand that real success is slow, invisible, and deeply uncomfortable in the beginning. They know that greatness is built through consistency, not motivation. A farmer does not plant a seed today and expect a forest tomorrow. Yet many people work on their dreams for a few weeks and quit because results are not immediate. Rich minded people think differently. They are willing to work quietly for years without recognition because they understand the power of delayed gratification. While others waste their evenings scrolling endlessly through distractions, rich minded people spend those same hours learning skills, reading books, building businesses, networking, exercising, studying human psychology, improving communication, and strengthening discipline. This is why their future eventually looks different. Success is rarely one giant moment, it is thousands of small disciplined decisions repeated consistently over time. The scary truth is this: most people destroy their future slowly through daily habits they think are harmless. 1 hour wasted every day becomes years wasted. One negative mindset repeated daily becomes a negative life. One excuse repeated often becomes permanent limitation. Rich minded people protect their future by protecting their daily habits because they know your future is hidden inside your routine. Number 3, rich people master emotional control. One of the greatest hidden secrets of wealthy and successful people is emotional discipline. Most people are controlled by emotions. They work only when they feel motivated. They quit when life becomes difficult. They panic during failure. They lose focus because of criticism. They make emotional decisions that destroy long term success. Rich minded people train themselves differently. They understand that emotions are temporary, but decisions create permanent consequences. Imagine two people facing rejection. The first person becomes emotionally broken, they overthink everything, they lose confidence, they stop trying. The second person studies the rejection calmly, they improve themselves, they adopt, they continue moving forward. Years later, their lives become completely different. The difference was not intelligence, the difference was emotional control. Rich minded people understand that life will constantly test them through stress, uncertainty, fear, loneliness, criticism, betrayal, and failure. And if you cannot control your emotions will control your destiny. That is why many successful people practice self discipline even when they do not feel like it. They continue when tired, they continue when unappreciated, they continue when progress is invisible. Because discipline is stronger than temporary emotion. Number 4, rich people become obsessed with learning. Poor minded people think education ends after school. Rich minded people understand that learning never ends. The world changes constantly, technology changes, industries changes, human behavior changes, opportunities change. And the people who continue learning continue growing. This is why many wealthy people read books regularly, study psychology, learn communication skills, understand business systems, observe human behavior, and constantly improve their thinking. Knowledge changes the way you see reality. A person with upgraded thinking can rebuild life even after failure. But a person with weak thinking often destroys opportunities even when success is placed directly in front of them. Rich minded people invest heavily in self education because they understand something most people ignore. Your mind is your greatest asset. A person can lose money and recover, but a person with a weak mindset often loses confidence permanently. That is why rich minded people protect and sharpen their minds continuously. Because once your thinking expands, your entire life expands with it. Number 5, rich people see problems as hidden opportunities. Most people run away from problems, rich minded people study them. Every successful company, invention, or business exists because someone solved a problem. People become valuable when they reduce pain, save time, improve lives, or create solutions. But ordinary thinking sees problems as punishment. Rich minded thinking sees problems as training. Failure teaches lessons, pressure builds strength, pain creates maturity, struggles build resilience. A comfortable life may feel pleasant temporarily, but comfort often weakens ambition. Many people never discover their true potential because they avoid difficulty their entire lives. But rich minded people understand something powerful: growth and comfort rarely exist together. That is why many successful people willingly enter uncomfortable situations. Public speaking, business risks, learning new skills, difficult conversations, leadership responsibilities, and self improvement challenges. Because they know discomfort is often the doorway to transformation. Number 6, rich people protect their time ruthlessly. Time is more valuable than money. Money lost can return, time lost never returns. Yet many people waste years without realizing it. They spend hours on meaningless drama, toxic relationships, endless entertainment, gossip, and distractions that slowly destroy focus and ambition. Rich minded people are extremely careful about where their attention goes because attention shapes reality. Whatever constantly controls your attention eventually controls your life. This is why successful people often avoid negativity, unnecessary arguments, energy draining environments, and people who constantly complain without taking action. They understand that the human mind absorbs its environment. If you surround yourself with laziness, excuses, negativity, and small thinking, eventually your own thinking becomes weak. But if you surrounded yourself with ambitious, disciplined, growth oriented people, your standards begin raising naturally. Rich minded people constantly ask themselves, is this activity helping my future or silently destroying it? That single question can change an entire life. Number 7, rich people take full responsibility. This mindset shift is extremely difficult but incredibly powerful. Average minds blame everything: parents, society, bad luck, economy, past mistakes, other people. Rich minded people focus on responsibility instead of blame. This does not mean life is always fair. Many successful people came from painful backgrounds, financial struggles, rejection, broken families, loneliness, or failure. But instead of remaining victims mentally, they decided to take responsibility for what happens next because responsibility creates power. The moment you stop blaming everything outside yourself, you begin taking control of your life again. Your past may explain your pain, but it should not become your prison forever. Rich minded people understand that while they cannot control everything that happens to them, they can control their response, mindset, discipline, learning, and future direction. And that mindset creates freedom. Number 8, rich people build before they feel ready. Most people wait for perfect conditions, perfect confidence, perfect timing, perfect knowledge, perfect opportunity. But rich minded people understand that perfection is an illusion. If you wait until fear disappears completely, you may wait forever. Successful people often start while feeling uncertain, nervous, underprepared, or scared. Because action creates clarity. Confidence is not something you magically receive before starting. Confidence is built by repeatedly facing discomfort. The first video may be awkward, the first business may fail, the first speech may feel terrifying, but every attempt builds experience. And experience slowly transforms fear into strength. Rich minded people know that waiting forever is more dangerous than failing temporarily. Powerful story: The Tea Seller and the Investor. Two young men grew up in the same poor neighborhood. Both struggled financially, both faced criticism, both lacked powerful connections. One spent years complaining life is unfair, rich people are lucky, nothing will change. After work, he escaped into distractions, gossip, and temporary pleasures. The second young man sold tea on the roads during the day, but every night he studied business, communication, investing, and human psychology. People laughed at him. They mocked his dreams. They said he was wasting time. They told him people like him never become successful. But he continued learning quietly. Years later, the first man was still blaming life. The second man had built multiple businesses and began investing in companies. What changed their future? Not luck, not background, not intelligence, mindset. One focused on excuses, the other focused on growth. And over time, their decisions created completely different realities. The rich people mindset is not only about becoming financially wealthy, it is about becoming mentally strong, emotionally disciplined, focused, patient, self aware, growth oriented, and impossible to break during difficult times. Because true wealth begins inside the mind long before it appears in the bank account. If your mindset stays weak, even opportunities may not save you. But if your mindset becomes powerful, disciplined, and focused, you can slowly transform almost every area of your life. So, start asking yourself every day, are your habits creating your future or destroying it? Are your thoughts expanding your life or limiting it? Are you feeding your mind with growth or distractions? Because the quality of your future depends heavily on the quality of your mindset. And remember this carefully. Poor people often wait for motivation, rich minded people create discipline. One changes moods, the other changes lives. If this video changed the way you think even a little, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because here we are not just chasing motivation, we are building a powerful mindset, stronger discipline, deeper thinking, and a better future together. Subscribe now and start transforming your mind one video at a time.